Hello everybody, SpiritGaming here. In this video, we will be talking about fighters, but before I talk about this class, go and check out my Discord. Link of the Discord is in the description below, and while you're there, smash that like button and subscribe if you have not already. But let's continue with the fighter talk and see why this is the most bugged but at the same time unique class in the game. Okay, so why I say this is the most bugged but at the same time most unique class in the game is because of two reasons. Reason number one is that this class has three major bugs that are still not fixed, of course. Those bugs are the target switching, critical point bug, and going into robot form even if the robot is dead. Oh, my robot just died, I think. Oh, no, he's still alive. Wait, what? Dude, I'm in the robot where I'm dead, dude. Holy, what? That's a bug then. That's another bug. My robot is recharging and I'm playing with it. I can't die. I'm unstoppable in the robot for 8 more seconds. Dude, what just happened? I was in 28 seconds in my robot. Okay, so the last one might not be known by a lot of players, and I might regret showing you all this, but still, I don't regret it anyways, right? Okay, now, the second reason is that this class has a unique combo system, unique merge system, and unique second skill system. So yes, most classes just have 8 abilities, some even a bit more, but that's about it, right? Well, this class has 16 total abilities that you can use. And this is why this class might be considered as the hardest class to play, but I'd like to say it's on par with Assassins when it comes to the difficulty. But I think that's another talk about the bugs and stuff, and let's get straight to the point about what fighters are actually good at. First, we will start talking about the PvE events and PvE dungeons. In the PvE events, such as GeForce and Clash of Swords, this class is ranked top 3. In GeForce, you do a lot of damage since this class does not have too many debuffs, but has a lot of self-buffs, meaning that yes, any buff you get will work against the boss, unlike some other classes that have a lot of debuffs, but most of them don't work against bosses. Next up is Clash of Swords, where it is one of the most essential classes because of the group buff this class gives, and at the same time it does a lot of damage. So yes, this class is really good when it comes to the PvE events. However, when it comes to dungeons, it's a completely different story. Yes, it is one of the few classes that has an immunity, but it's on a long cooldown. Fighter that does a lot of damage, so clearing low level dungeons is easy and really fast. However, when we are talking about honor level dungeons, then there should not be a reason why you would go as fighter in those dungeons instead of going in as assassin, because yeah, this class is not really the best when it comes to clearing hard mode dungeons. So the class is okay in dungeons, but it's from for the best. And to sum it up, fighter in PvE is not the best, but it is above average, so you can use this class for basically anything except, I guess, as I said, dungeons. Now it's time to get to the PvP part, both group and 1v1 PvP. I will start with the group PvP. So this class is really good when it comes to doing a lot of damage. Like, this class literally breaks faces, like breaks them, okay? But do you remember the target switching bug I told you about? Yes, that just kills the class for group events. It's so annoying to the point where I don't play this class at all anymore, except if I make some videos for it like this one. But hey, if you don't get annoyed and you can control the target switching somehow, then this class is definitely gonna be really good for you. However, we're talking about present times now. Both ACA and Global have this problem, so I won't rank this class really highly, and I would say it is average in group PvP with huge survivability problems and problems that come from bugs at the same time. But hey, let's talk about the 1v1 side where this class excels at. Obviously, with the Reaper release, this class is not the best, however, it can beat other classes. Well, Blade Masters are gonna be hard to kill if the Blade Master knows what he's doing, but to be honest, not many Blade Masters know how to play against fighters and they just get healed. So yes, I will place this class as above average when it comes to 1v1, and I guess if you want a ranking, I'd place it in the top 3. But yeah, that is about it on how good this class is, but now I will share my talent and deep talent builds together with cores, stats and ally setups, and maybe talk a bit about Draconics. Keep in mind I don't play fighter too much, so these talents and deep talents are not tested like most of my other classes, but I think they are the best ones so far, judging by what the other players are using and what I used when I stopped playing this class as well. I will start with the PvE talent build, so Fury Combo, Conflagration, Globe and Critical Point. I will start with Critical Point since I think most of you will be confused, but I use Critical Point in PvE just because it does a crazy amount of damage because of a bug. Yes, Critical Point increases your attack in mecha form more than 50%. It's like a lot, it's around 80%. Next, Fury Combo is just too good to miss out on. Conflagration again is the best installed for the damage, and Globe is a must-have if you want to maximize your damage, and please always use punches instead of kicks when you are using fighter in giant strength form. It's just too much damage to miss out on, and the deep talents are shown on the screen. The reason that I don't go with robot deep talents is because even if I use Critical Point, I still only go in the robot form, use all abilities and then come out of it. So yeah, fighter deep talents are pretty essential when it comes to, you know, the actual fighter itself and not the robot. Now for PvP there are two builds and they are different just because of the A level talent. So I run Fury Combo, Conflagration, Globe and Synchronize. However, this is my build, but this is a different build that some people want to use, and that is adding Nano Repair instead of Globe. With this you're losing a lot of damage but gaining more mecha, so it is up to you. But as I said, I still prefer Globe for that huge damage. The tip talents are not changed too much again, and I don't go in mecha stuff because the mecha just dies in PvP and I don't need it. However, there is a lot of stuff you can do with the middle and left tree. This is the build I run, but keep in mind there can be big changes depending on your playstyle. But like this, I just want to use my dashes more and be faster at the same time, so this is the reason why I use this deep talent page. That is pretty much it about the PvP and PvE setups. Now let's talk about cores. For cores you want 9 fire, 5 water, 2 wind. The reason is really simple. Again, you want both raw damage and AP at the same time, so this build should not need any explanation. For the stats, go with 10 of physical attack, fire attack, AP cooldown reduction and crit level, and then we get to the multi-strike versus strength part. I would personally go with 7 pieces of multi-strike and 3 pieces of strength. However, some people believe multi-strike is a bad stat, even though it is not even close to bad, and those people should go with 5 strength and 5 multi-strike pieces. But keep in mind everyone, multi-strikes is really good. Just like look at the damage when you do a normal attack, and if you see a blue number, yes, that is the multi-strike damage. So it's a lot of damage even for 1v1s. For the allies, of course, Airy main, Mingzilu, Luminous, Caesar and Nono as supports, but if you don't have Airy, then Nono main is perfectly fine as well. For the Drax, I'd say Whispers of the Ancient God is kinda a must for all classes, but yeah, I think you can do Windtamer plus Unbreakable combo as well. However, there are not too many best Drax for fighter that are really essential, to be honest, like there are for some other classes. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Join my Discord server if you want to talk about stuff, subscribe to my channel for more Drone Raja content, and like the video so more people can see it. And as always, bye bye until next time.
Simon. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow